You are listening to the Hello Sport Podcast. What's up, punters and dribblers? Welcome back to the Hello Sport Podcast, the home unqualified opinion and unwavering bias. Thursday, recorded on a Wednesday. You know the drill. And a glorious squirter of a day in Sydney. Sun shining, not a cloud in the sky. I will tell you this for free, Edward Lloyd. The water at Bondi today, absolutely bellissimo.
Bellissimo, chef's kiss stuff.
Bellissimo.
With a capital B.
I just floated in it like a, I won't say dead body, not the right time, probably a bad choice of words, but.
Not the right time.
I just floated enjoyingly.
Not the right time.
I just enjoyed the water.
You did?
I nice time in the water. It was bellissimo.
Bellissimo? Do you get any curly ones, mate? Catch any curly ones?
Mate, I didn't, but you know what? I was down the north end where the foamy reigns supreme, and I was like, I could have got on a couple of these.
You couldn't have.
No, I could have.
No, you couldn't.
With the foamy, with the right board.
No,
mate, the only time I did it, I had like basically fucking Mick Fanning's world championship board.
You could, well, but listen.
That's basically what I was surfing.
All we can do is go off the form line. And when you were given
incorrect.
4 hours to try and get a wave, getting pushed onto them, you couldn't do it.
I never got pushed.
You have a balance problem.
Now,
that's not a big
okay. Well, so what do I say about this then? Let me counter your point, which is obviously mean spirited in the extreme.
Well, there's footage.
I know. Hold on, just a bit mean. Yeah, no. There is footage, and I understand that. You can go check that out on YouTube. Don't know what it's called.
Yep.
If I was trying to run the 100 meters with cinder blocks on my feet, you would be like, you wouldn't go off that form line. You go, yeah, that was tough. Everything was against you.
You reckon that was a cinder block on a 8-foot board?
That wasn't an 8-foot board.
Yeah, it was.
No.
Yep.
And even if it was an 8-foot board, which doesn't mean anything to me in my brain, every surfer who I have spoken to about it, which is plenty, have all said wrong board for you, mate. Especially because you can't surf and because you are what many would say is one of the broadest shouldered Australian males.
You couldn't even get to your feet though. That was the problem.
No, I could get the front foot up.
You know,
front
you
foot
couldn't
up.
even get to your feet.
Well, no, the footage will show that I got at least a front foot up, maybe once. But I reckon with the right board,
jeez, it was all wrong, wasn't it?
It was tough.
I thought it was the shoulder.
Well, the shoulder was certainly part of it.
That came afterwards.
No, the shoulder was part of it.
No. Let's get the time right. Shoulder happened after.
No, it didn't.
And he couldn't stand up on a board after getting pushed on him for 4 hours. And that's
are you just now actively lying? Is this just the new Eddie Simpson? Is this 2026 February Eddie? Where he's like, I'm just gonna lie out through me fucking teeth.
That's what the history books show, mate.
No, the history books show.
The history books.
My shoulder was fucked. I'd completely forgotten about that, Tobler. Thank you so much. Cinder blocks on the feet and basically an ACL done trying to run the 100 meters.
Getting pushed on waves like a child, and
that's all right. I'm not too cool for that.
No, of course not. It's just that the kids stand up. That's all. That's the difference,
mate.
The 6-year-old.
Your shoulder was rock solid. I get it. Like it's fine. My shoulder was basically like an ACL. Anyway, great to be back.
I thought was it the board or the shoulder? Was it?
Have you ever heard of the word of confluence? Probably not, because you don't know how to read, but a confluence of circumstances, of situations, of factors that all were working together harmoniously. Not to mention the wind blowing my board over onto the back of your ute and denting it before I got up. That wasn't a great omen.
No, it wasn't. It was a bad. I'll give you that. It was a bad omen.
Terrible omen.
Terrible omen, and fucking embarrassing. Look.
Oh, listen.
As you're trying to wax your board in the car park with the rest of the bloody go-getters.
Yeah, but then that very nice surfer guy who came over and put whatever the fuck he put.
He was a nice guy, but he gave you a look.
Well, I deserve the look.
Yeah, you got a look.
Big fat guy in the car park trying to wax a board, mate.
Anyway, welcome back Thursday.
Yeah, Thursday. Recorded on a Wednesday though, isn't it?
Bellissimo water.
I thought you were going to get in the water with us. I'm surprised you didn't bloody go have a dip.
Huh?
When we were down in Bondi, just like an hour ago.
Yeah. You'd already been in the water.
Yeah, mate.
You didn't invite me, so that's right.
Well, I didn't. I was running.
Yeah. Well, you didn't invite me for that either.
No, I didn't.
No.
You wouldn't have come.
Right. I would not?
No, mate, you would have been trying to sneak in another February drink.
It is a says the guy's got a bender this week.
Hey, I don't. I got a wedding.
It's a beautiful day in here in Sydney today, punters and dribbers, and you might be like, why are you wearing a jumper? Well, I'm wearing a jumper.
And I'm holding a jumper.
Because it's just a beautiful time to celebrate one's electorate.
Yeah. Political.
Shout out to those that are obviously showing that they are politically minded, that they have a political bent, that they're politically inclined. But more than that, Tom, that they're politically motivated. There's a real motivated bunch out there, engaged in this great country of ours, and it's really positive because people think that the next generation, the current generation, we're all lost at sea, but based on what I've seen, Tom, there's a lot of interest out there in the community.
There are a lot of countries around the world, Eddie, dictatorships, you may say, that don't afford the general population, Gen Pop, the right to even vote. So the fact that we live in such a beautiful country, a lucky country, many would say, that you can be politically engaged, politically minded, politically inclined, is something that can't be taken for granted. And it's good to see that it's not being by the general population of this country, given...
Essentially, you're saying you wouldn't be able to sell these jumpers in North Korea. Is that what you're saying?
Well, North Koreans wouldn't be able to be politically engaged, no.
Will you only be able to buy one jumper over there?
Kim Jong 13 plus.
Yeah, Kim Jong 13 plus. That's and it sells well.
Well, no, it flies off the shelf.
Well, it's mandated.
It comes out of their
Look
pay.
up the population of North Korea, and that's how many jumpers you could move in theory over there.
They take that out of their wages.
26.6 mil.
Yeah, it's a lot of jumpers.
Having said that, though, you can't trust his wily old Kim Jong and his fathers and his grandfather. I believe they put in an order for Volvos and never paid the invoice.
Got him though.
Got him.
Respect.
Yeah, I respect it. So what I'm saying is we'd need to be.
Well, I was thinking more that we wouldn't sell them. I was assuming Kim Jong would take our idea and run with it.
Of course, well, like he does.
He would do that. That's what I wasn't. To be honest, I didn't even think about trying to commercialize.
No, but I just start thinking, I'm like King Jong 13 plus. Like it's not a bad idea to float the big fella. But then I think about the Volvo incidents. I'm like, he would never pay us. And then you think about the fact that Kim Jong likes to steal ideas. So
Kim Jong 13 plus, Putin 13 plus.
Yep.
I mean, I think Trump would probably. I mean, he wouldn't sell out because obviously it's a very divided nation over there right now. So you may not get a full.
But you got the third biggest population on the planet, mate.
Trump 13 plus.
Even if you sold 350, you divided by 175, you're still moving a shitload.
You're still moving a shitload. Should we do a dictator range?
Yeah. Well, because you've just got the market. You're cornered. Yeah. You don't have as many SKUs.
Mao 13 plus.
Less of a ball ache. Yeah. Yeah. Anyway. In this country, you can vote for who you want to vote for.
Yeah.
And I think that that's an encouraging thing about our democracy.
Oh, great point. Well
but
made.
I wanted to just run an eye over the most politically minded people and just give everyone a sense of who's got a backbone and who doesn't.
Yeah, obviously not going to give raw data.
I won't be giving raw data. Manly obviously tops the heap.
Yeah.
Manly's the proudest electorate of all. Mm-hmm. Comfortably the most engaged in the country.
Yep.
And it shows.
And it's the best.
It's run at like 2 to 1, over 2 to 1.
Yep.
Manly. Because everyone there is just proud of where they're from.
Yeah.
You know.
Proud of everything about
proud of everything that makes Manly electorate or the Warringah.
Yeah, this is Manly. You know.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Area was so great. And it shows.
Manly number one.
Manly number one. Now, number two is for those that like to sit in trees.
Oh, you mean
Brisbane?
Brisbane.
Yep. Very proud people.
Let me just remind you that we went to a golf tournament up in Brisbane, the PGA, like was the Australian.
Yeah, it was.
And we were taken aback, and this is quite genuine, by as we walked along the course, how many Queenslanders were just all in the trees.
Yeah.
Like, that's not even a joke. Go back and listen to the podcast. They were just all sitting in the trees.
Yeah.
You were like, what the fuck's going on?
That's just purely an observation that Tom and I made.
And like, they were sitting in branches of trees. It was fucking absurd.
Yeah.
And there were other places to sit. They were full on.
Well, under the tree.
Or just in the bloody
stands.
some ginger ale tent. You know what I mean? Like some activation area.
There are options. There was definitely options. Coming in third to round out
the top three.
The top three is actually Eastern Suburbs.
Listen.
Now, a lot of people say that part of the world isn't politically motivated at all. And I've got the data here to support that that's actually factually inaccurate. The Canterbury people of Canterbury, Bankstown, they're fourth, very engaged people. And then you'll find that the Novocastrian, who have always rumoured to be politically engaged, are in fact quite politically engaged. Special mention must go to the people of South Sydney.
Oh, yep.
Very motivated.
Prime Minister's electorate. Very
motivated. The people of Penrith, who, the foot of the mountain, always been motivated.
Beautiful people out there, mate.
And impressively, and I must say, credit where credit's due, the Inner West mob. Those from the Inner West, and I believe sometimes they may also have family in the Campbelltown region.
Balmain as well?
Yeah, well, Inner West.
Oh, is that Inner West? I mean, yeah, it makes sense.
Inner West.
Yeah, Inner West.
Yeah, but I believe a lot of them travel potentially to Campbelltown.
Yeah,
so
sometimes I think they travel Campbelltown, sometimes even to Combank.
That's right. That's right. Also really politically motivated, which is encouraging.
Well, a lot of beret wearers over there.
A lot of beret wearers. So, last, in terms of being politically minded and politically engaged and politically motivated, that would be the people of Redcliffe, which you just, they talk a lot of shit with their mouth up there.
They do.
Oh, we're proud and we're rich and we've got more money than everyone. We're one of the oldest electorates going. And it's well, but you don't show up.
You don't show up.
When the whips are cracking, all you do is talk shit. So the people of Redcliffe get the tyre kicker award as they just talk about how good they are, but they actually don't back it up. And also people from Canberra.
Irony, given it's the political heartbeat of the nation.
Irony.
I also, though, didn't know Canberra existed until maybe 5 months ago. Were they not like an undiscovered tribe, like sort of Amazon? Did we sort of go holy shit, there are people living here?
Yeah. Well, I mean, people have historically driven past it, Tom.
I don't think anyone knew that Canberra existed. So whilst it's disappointing,
I think it was sort of like it was mused about, should the capital be in Sydney, should it be in Melbourne, and then, we'll make one. And then people forgot about it.
People forgot it was even there.
And then it wasn't until, I think, maybe 15 years ago that someone discovered Canberra and go, Jesus Christ, there's people living here.
There's people actually living here.
There's people living here. But, yeah, they're a
bit behind.
They're all...
backwards?
They're all Questacon and no go.
Yeah. They're all Quest and no con.
Like, whoa, we've got a fountain in Lake Burley Griffith.
No, they're big. Listen,
right.
They hang their hat on man-made shit. Yep. Where it's and what I mean, sure, you could hang your hat on the Eiffel Tower. Yeah, it's man-made, but it's the Eiffel Tower. Theirs is like a big pond.
Yep. And so they're actually going fucking toe-to-toe in who has the shittest, weakest backbone in all political...
The uncontacted tribe that is Canberra.
And obviously this will shock no one. The Gold Coast also putting in very little effort. But it's, if we were selling narcotics, that'd be number one.
Yes.
You know what I mean?
Pingers 13 plus.
Pingers 13 plus. They've pounded everyone out of the
shelving 13 plus.
Out of the ground. Yeah, shelving 13 plus, Pingers 13 plus, Pill Press 13 plus. 8 Balls 13 plus.
TRT 13 plus, Veneers 13 plus.
Yep.
Neck Tats 13 plus.
Yep. Roids 13 plus. Shift and Tin 13 plus. Fake Tan 13 plus.
Yeah. Fake Teeth 13 plus.
Bikies 13 plus.
Bikies 13 plus.
Then, mate, they shit it in.
Nose Jobs 13 plus.
That's right.
Fake
but they're not a political people.
No, they're not.
They're not.
Clearly.
How did the Perth region go?
So Perth, which is also forgotten about from time to time, given its isolation, was going pound for pound with the people of Townsville. Fucked up the people of Redcliffe. Fucked up the people of Canberra. Went toe to toe with the people from Melbourne. like gave the people Cronulla a rev up.
Yeah,
you know,
right,
like
okay.
the people from Perth dug in,
Yeah.
but they've been forgotten about, and I don't think anyone's represented them properly or given them the opportunity to be heard before. So the fact that you and I have built a platform, a safe space for the people of Perth to feel comfortable to explore their sexuality
Politically.
I think is probably why you see such a strong showing.
Yep. Well, listen, that sale of politically minded, politically engaged jerseys is
Jumpers.
Jerseys.
No, they're jumpers.
Jumpers. Still on sale.
Hop to it before.
Hop to it, Rod Stewart.
Hop to it, Rod Stewart. Shout out to Rod.
Yep.
One of the greats.
Although if I'm being honest, he never really did it for me, Rod.
In fact, I couldn't even name a song.
If you want my body and your thing. But again, like,
Okay.
it's a bit much.
It's a bit much. He would have had a Vegas residency, wouldn't he, Rod Stewart?
Surely.
He reeks of it, doesn't he?
He does. And I'm not anti him. I'm just a bit like, actually, you know, wake up, my God, think,
He's about to do one this year.
He's about to do a Vegas residency.
He's touring.
He's doing a Vegas residency this year.
Well, that's not touring. That's a residency.
You said,
You asked if
you
he'd ever
said,
done a
I bet you he's done a
residency.
Vegas residency.
Yeah, and he said he's touring.
No, he said he's doing one this year.
Oh.
Sorry. He's doing one at Caesar's Palace this year.
Great. I thought you said he's touring this year.
no.
I'm like, not what I asked. Of course he is. See?
And
It's
he's
just-
done, he's
mate.
done them in Vegas for years.
Yeah, he just gives that.
Yeah, he does.
He just gives it.
He does. I feel like I've gone at another legend early, but I'm still not a huge Rod Stewart guy. Anyway, hellosport.shop.
People are into you about Dawn, mate.
Yeah, but I walked it back. So fucking suck me off. Like if
Next
I'd
station?
if I'd held it firm,
Yeah.
then yeah, sure. But I was like, oh wait, she won 3 golds in 3 Olympics. Yeah, dude.
Consecutively.
Consecutively, yeah. Tommy walks it back.
Yep.
So fuck ya. I think you're more of a Magoo personally.
Great.
Because you got to be able to bloody make mistakes in this life, and if you're there prepared to correct them, come back, do better.
Yeah.
Do better, man. Shut up. Anyway,
There you go.
shout out to Dawny.
Yep. Shout out to political electorates.
Someone actually thought was upset we didn't mention Emma McKeon. We weren't going through all the all-time greats. We were just trying to work out where Volk sits.
That's right.
That's all it
and
was.
I don't want to upset anyone, but Emma's done a lot of relay work.
Now, I was gonna.
Now, it is what it is, right?
No, she has. I'm cooling my heels on the bashing of greats.
I'm not bashing her. I'm saying I would hold individual golds above relay golds. I
So
just
would I.
would.
Well, okay, let's get her golds up. Now we're here.
We're here now.
We'll get her medals up.
Tobler?
Yeah,
You hear that, mate? Just a simple,
Maybe just a nod.
just an acknowledgement. That
Sorry,
because sometimes I don't know where
They're
you
coming.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to find
You know what I
present
mean? You
to
may
the
not be in
best.
the room. You might
Yeah,
be
no,
in the
that's
hinge.
that's a good point.
You're
I could be
silently sitting there.
absolutely anywhere.
Is that okay?
God, you go to weird pages, bro. just go to Wikipedia. We've been over this 1,000 times.
official-
Let's go to Wikipedia.
Times. We've been over
What
this.
is
the
this?
official one.
Shut up.
Because I
Just go
went
to
there.
Wikipedia.
Subscribe to an email. Like,
I thought it was presented better.
It's not. It's presented like shit.
Oh man! And it's something
Wikipedia gives you a fucking list.
oh god!
So go to the earliest. Go right to the top of the page.
That's
go right
the earliest.
No, go to the top
They're
of the page.
not up the top of the
go
page.
to the page. The medal. See medals? Click that. Say show. Medal record. Show it. At the bottom, medal record. Bang. There we go. And it'll give you a list.
Wow, Tobler.
Now you zoom in.
I didn't realize it was high.
Olympic
Of course
Games,
you don't.
6 go up.
Okay, so she got
6 gold, 3 bronze, and 3
No,
silver,
so-
5 bronze. That's just the Olympics. Now we go break it down.
No, so she's got golds.
6 Olympic golds.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
3
two are
sil-
individual.
3, yeah, and only 2 individuals.
That's pretty good. It's pretty good.
It's amazing. You're the one shitting on her.
No, but I'm just saying, well, Ian Thorpe had individual golds. 1, 2, 3. 3 individual golds.
Good to see the internet doing its thing today.
Dawn, 3 individual golds, maybe more. Definitely won the hundreds. Did she win a 50? Was there a 200 in there? Who knows?
Well, I mean, listen, he wouldn't have brought it up yesterday if we were talking about it. You know that.
Exactly. It would have been a great time to. And again, we're not here to shit on Emma McKeon because she's done an unbelievable work for the country. But if you're talking pantheon of greats all time, do you put the relay up there with the individual gold? That's just a question for the people. That's a question for open, considered, polite discourse.
Town square discourse.
Town square discourse. From my perspective, I've always been in favour of the individual gold. You got to do it all yourself.
Yeah, I can't see a single thing.
Doesn't take away from the majesty of a team gold in terms of cultural moments and cultural weight, like the 4x100 meters when we smashed the Americans like Qatars. That's one of the great moments in all history.
So she's got 150 free and 100 free. They're her individuals. Then it's 400 meter freestyle, 400 meter freestyle, 400 meter medley, 400 meter freestyle.
Gee, she had a day out in Tokyo, didn't she?
Oh fuck yeah! Well, that's where she got all.
How many? Go up, Tobler, just slightly. Olympic gold, 6 gold, 3 bronze, 3 silver, 5 bronze. Jesus Christ, that's a haul.
Yeah, it is.
14 medals. Very, very, very impressive.
How would you display those? Would you have a different frame for each medal? Or would you have all your golds in one?
Golds would be pride and place, and then the other ones would sort of sit back behind it, possibly. Jeez, at 14 medals though is fucking punchy.
Yeah, it's a lot. It's a lot. And
shout out to Emma.
Yeah, well, listen, you didn't start that way, mate. Glad you've come around. Now,
do better.
Do better, man. Do better. Punters and Dribblers Super Bowl next Monday, and there's no better way to enjoy what I assume all of you are going to be doing, which is taking the day off, than with a 4 pints Japanese lager.
Best way to do it. Best way to do it. Now, if you're on the beaches and you've taken the day off, which we assume you have, then why don't you nip into Truck Bar, Brookvale, 4 Pines venue there. Absolutely superb. I'd be asking for Japanese lager, obviously, but they've got the full range, the full gambit there.
Yep.
They've also got food.
And they've got a huge screen.
Massive screen. So make smart decisions, do the right thing, and get down.
Go Pats.
Go the Pats!
Punters and Dribblers, particularly those of you out there who are part owners in our very first horsey.
Nay.
Which we own with Muster. You need to get into the private ownership group for starters. Now, Tobler, can you please explain to the good people at home, particularly the horse owners, how it is that they can vote? Obviously, you've got to be in the Facebook group, but if you haven't already made your way into the Facebook group, how do you get in there?
So just check your inbox, and you would have received an email from Muster Racing. In one of those emails, you'll have a link that'll take you to the Facebook page. You click request to join group, and then it'll ask you to put in a code, which will be in that same email that took you to the Facebook group. Put the code in, and then you'll be granted access.
Private Facebook group in there, which is where the horse, you get all your updates. How's he going? How's he doing? What's he up to? What's he eating?
Will Friedman, the trainer, has been sharing with Tom and I, and they've also been going into the group, some wonderful updates on where the boy's at. Training the house down, literally and figuratively. Back in the paddock at the moment, Tom.
He came down from Newey to do some to Rose Hill to do some track work, to get into his track work, to start working out the track.
That's right.
Because he's just a horse. At this point, he's a horse.
Trying to become a racehorse.
Correct. So he comes down, does some track work. Now he's back in Newcastle because we don't need to fry his brain here. We just need to do some trade. He's going back for chill out for a little bit.
That's right. And all signs are positive. Yep. All signs pointing to yes. All signs early pointing to has the potential to be a champion.
Has star quality.
That's right. Has star quality. Yep. He does, at this point in time, though, remain nameless, which is why it's important for the punter and the dribbler that own the horse to get into the private group so we can all move forward with the voting on the names.
Now, let me explain to you how this goes. And I'm going to reveal the names here today on this podcast for you all to hear. The options, that is. But the way that this works, when registering a name to the horse racing, party of New South Wales board or whatever they're called, you have to submit 3 names, and then they will run those names, and you submit them basically in order of preference.
Yes.
They are then run through a database, Eddie, and they find horses that have other names that sound similar, or the name's already been taken, and then eventually you are left with the name that is won. Let's say all 3 names, though, are good to go. They will go with your preference 80% of the time, is what I'm hearing. The fact that it's not 100 is a little concerning for me, but...
Well, it's a little random.
It's random. But that's just what we're told. So basically the plan is the names that are... I think we've got 4 names. I'll double check that, but I think it's 4. We have 4 names that will be in the group to vote on. The top 3, and then basically just in order of the most, it'll be, you put that into a preference, we send that off to New South Wales Racing Board of
Racing
and Racing and Antiquities, and then we let them do their work. Now there is a small spanner in the works, or a
well, it's not even in the works. It's a spanner.
Well, it's a huge spanner
that we've had to deal with,
Yep.
and we've had to acknowledge it, and we've had to absorb it.
Yeah, and here it is.
We've loosely been calling this fellow of ours Shoulders of Justice.
Yep.
The reason we've been calling him Shoulders of Justice is because he shouldered his strapper into the side of the stable, and we go, holy shit, that reminds us of Steve Matter and what he used to do to the competition for 20 years.
Yeah. And what do we call Steve Maddo?
Shoulders of Justice, Tom, because he used to dish out what?
Justice.
With what?
His shoulders.
Are you following? That's why his name and his nickname, and he was referred to warmly as Shoulders of Justice. Now, unfortunately for the punter and the dribbler, that name's too long.
It's too long. Not Toulon, the French rugby club.
Long.
Too long. And the problem is, we could get it over the line if you just mashed it into one word.
Looked like
that
shit.
looks awful.
Yeah, I looked at it. I go, surely that'll look good. It didn't.
It
looked
horrific.
Horrific. Looked absolutely horrific. So we are, and then you can't call it Shoulder of Justice.
No, you can't, because he's got 2 of them. We did have to Google whether horses have shoulders.
You know, like what you can't lose like justice. You lose the E. It's Shoulders of Justic.
No,
like it doesn't work.
Or like JSTC. You know what I mean? Like justice, like the way, the way that some.
So we've had to, and it's at great pains, had to walk away from the name.
We've had to walk away from Shoulders of Justice.
18 characters, 1 too many.
Yeah.
Devastating.
Devastating.
Well, 2 too many. But there's an update on that, because I feel like Shoulders of Justice may have gone close in the voting, but
Certainly would have from our perspective.
we have some names that we're happy with here.
Yep, and I'm just going to find them. So the 4 names, potential names for Horsey, knee, Shoulders of Justice, but he's just Horsey now. He's Horsey boy. Yep. 4 names. And obviously we did want to have the names have some sort of tie into the show.
Made sense.
Or into the world, because that makes sense.
And it's our first horse.
And it's our very first horse.
Yeah.
He's such a good boy, by the way. God, he's a good boy.
He's
Such a
so
sweet
gentle and
boy.
beautiful and sweet and gorgeous and gentle, and apparently super calm and super chill.
Calm, and a quick learner, fast learner. Reads at like a 5th grade level already. It's fucking insane. Name number 1. Friend of the show. I like it.
I like it a lot.
It's light and fluffy and airy and beautiful and nice. Friend of the show, yeah. That's a sweet name.
He's a friend of the show, because he is a friend of the show. He loves the show. He listens to it all the time in his stable. He listens to it all the time in the paddock on huge speakers. He's a friend of the show. And it's a saying that we say. Okay?
Number 2. Heard of him?
So that's good.
Now that's a fucking good name. It's not written like heard of him. That was just me giving a bit of a blow.
Well, that's how you would say it when you're referring to the horse, if that's the name that wins. Heard of him? And then you start to think about, okay, what happens if we win a Cox Plate?
Yeah.
And the name up there is Heard of him, and then Heard of him ? On the back of every paper in the country.
Like
because
that.
The name,
You have to think this way.
You got to think this way. You got to think in grand and grandiose terms.
Yeah.
You must, because it's how you will and manifest something into existence. Is to go, let's give him a biblical name, right, in a horsey sense, to drive him towards greatness. And Heard of him does that.
And again, if you're not a Hello Sport listener, but you see on the back page of the newspaper that Heard of him won the Cox Plate, and you're like, oh,
Have now.
Yeah, heard of him. I've heard of him. Have you heard of him? Heard of him. I've heard of him.
Heard of him.
It's pretty fucking good.
We like it.
We like it. Number 3, Peel and Work.
Now, obviously, that's an ode to the timeless timeless catch cry of the punter and the dribbler
directive,
and people in pubs across this nation, when you're watching the races and your horse gets, maybe gets 4 or 5 back, but then you ask it to peel around the side
bend
on the final bend and to work.
Yeah.
Peel and work.
Time to peel now. Find your run.
Yeah. And then work. Work now. Yeah. Work for me now.
Work for
Get
me
up
now.
and work for me now.
Peel and work for me now.
Peel and work for me now. Go on, you good thing. Get up, son. Go. Like, then you start to fucking get the whip out.
Yeah.
But you got to peel and then you can work. Then you can get the whip out.
And peeling and working, like, there's an energy to that name. There's an excitement to that name. Like, that is something that that's like a guttural scream. You know what I mean? That's guttural raw territory. Peel and work.
Peel and work.
So peel and work is number 3.
That's number 3. This is in no order.
No, this
of
is no order.
preferences.
This is just literally what this is how I sent them to our good friends at Muster Racing. Shout out to the gentleman there. Number 4, not nothing.
It's not nothing.
It's not nothing. It's laid back. It's laissez-faire. It's a bit like I don't give a fuck what you think about me. I'm just gonna come. I'm gonna run fast, and then I'm gonna poo on the track somewhere, and then we going back into the stables, mate. That's what it's about. It's not nothing.
One of Queen Elizabeth, not nothing.
Yeah, not nothing. Whatever. I actually haven't lost a race yet. Not nothing. Again, it does also have. It's also not nothing. I think we can obviously debate that. Nothing. I think it's not nothing, but
Nothing.
yeah, but there is something. There's an element to not nothing that I can also see on the back page of a paper. It's got that. It's got a more relaxed version of that to it. So
You could debate Heard of him stronger. Maybe
you could debate Heard of him is very strong.
You could argue that.
You could argue that.
In the court of law.
Yeah,
but again, it's up to the punter and the dribbler.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
So there it is. I don't mind, people holding their own personal votes. You know what I mean? Like, I don't. But there will be one true vote. Like, I don't mind canvassing the punter and the dribbler in the punters and dribblers page, right? Just see what they think. I don't really care. But the one with the vote where that matters, where the whips are cracking.
And so will that be a poll that's done in the group?
Poll inside of the Facebook group. All will be revealed on the conclusion of the poll, maybe even next Monday. I think the poll is going to be in the group Friday. As in this Friday. So there you have it. There are 4 names. If you're an owner of this beautiful beast, then you must be in the Facebook group. Now, as you know, Tobbler's already explained how it is that you get there.
Correct.
Check your emails would be a great place to start.
That's where you start. Get yourself into the group. Vote in the poll.
And emergencies, if you haven't any issues, email turbo@hellosport.com.au immediately, post haste, quick as you can. He won't be able to really help you on Friday. So you got to try and get this thing in Thursday. And if you haven't been listening, then fucking I can't help you either.
Great point. It's a great point. Anyway.
Let's move on. The world of rugby league, the gift that keepeth on givingeth. There's some more Zac Lomax stuff that we will get to at some point. But I wanted to first talk about Chammas, Michael Chammas.
Have we been saying it wrong?
It's Chamma, the way that Pereira says it.
Cool.
Do you know what's happening with Michael?
Yes, I do. He's been
headhunted
by the NRL to be the general manager of the incoming PNG Chiefs.
Is it general manager?
Yep.
Of football?
Yep, to be their inaugural GM.
Fucking insane.
General manager of football or general manager?
General manager.
Yeah,
right.
So, but he's meant to be. Well, what's the difference? Because he's meant to be enticing players and shit.
Well, because there probably isn't a board, so you don't need to have a CEO. Maybe is the thinking. I don't know. We
had a guest in the other day that we were talking to who would know about this, but the news broke after that guest left.
And that guest was sworn to secrecy.
And I messaged the guest afterwards, and I go, "Fuck, it would have been nice to. I wish that news had dropped while you were on." And he was like, "Yeah, I was sworn to secrecy." So it seems like it's all pretty legit. Listen, you and I.
Wasn't there rumblings last year about Chammas
going to the NRL?
That's right.
The NRL. So obviously the NRL have had a hard on for Michael Chammas for a while, which I can understand, which you can understand, which let's be honest, and I am being honest here, I think you and I noticed the talent first. we've been sucking off Chammas since before it was cool.
Well, we've always had a real eye for talent, Tom.
But
talent identification's been one of our great gifts.
Yes. And Michael Chammas has been up there.
Forward.
We awarded him 2025 Journo of the Year.
Yeah, we did. Basically at the start of the last year.
Well, we said that he was because it started off saying he was favourite because he was just breaking all the stories. He was going toe-to-toe with Gus. He was doing it all. But it is interesting. Sometimes I feel like he's an industry plant. I'm like, he gets all the big stories. He gets all the scoops. He's doing all the things. And then now the NRL want him. I'm like, is this an NRL plant, this guy? Like they feed him everything and now he's like... Because I don't understand how he's done it. He's kind of just come in. I know he hasn't come out of nowhere, Chammas. But last year he kind of blew up out of nowhere. His Instagram popped. Everything.
So are you saying he's like Matt Damon in The Departed? Or is he like Leo?
No, he's not an undercover, but I guess industry plants, you know how they say that about some like musicians and shit, where it's like they just sort of pop up. You maybe just get a bit of a definition around how people define an industry plant. But it's like the industry, or in this case the NRL, make them a thing.
To what end?
Well, they have been able to
financial and political gain?
Well, maybe. I mean, they control the man. And I don't mean control as in I'm not disrespecting Chammas, who I did beat in a race recently.
So it's like someone who appears to have risen to fame independently, but it's actually been heavily supported behind the scenes.
And that sounds like I'm discrediting Chammas.
A little bit.
Yes, which I don't mean for it to. But that's how it sounds, and so I can't help that.
Well, you've mused onto whether or not he's an industry plant, which would
incline that he's done none of this himself, which I'm sure he'll appreciate.
Which is not what we're saying.
Which is not what we're saying.
Because what we're saying
feels like industry plant.
What you're saying
it's giving industry plant.
What you're saying is his rise has been so meteoric, given his God-given talents,
yes,
and his unquenchable thirst for work,
scoops
and work, that it may seem to the layman on the outside who likes to cover himself in Cheeto dust.
Yeah.
And sit on the couch day in, day out, that he has been an industry plant, because how else is it possible? But
and because
on this occasion,
but also,
I'm going to side with Chammas.
Well, of course, Chammas. But also it's because it feels like a random selection. And I only know Chammas as the close personal friend who, we have Christmases together, and that's the only Chammas I know.
Yeah, I know. And he doesn't bring his work home.
No, he doesn't bring his work home. Front door, phone down, keys down,
right.
Switches on.
Yeah.
Family time, Chammas.
That's right.
So we didn't get to see that side of him.
No, well, you and I don't really.
No.
Every now and then when he's in work hours.
Well, exactly.
But we didn't get to see any of that over Christmas.
No, none of that over Christmas. But it seems like a random selection, given he's a journalist, and I'm not saying just a journalist here. Again, big Chammas guy. Christmas was great. Loved the plate you brought, but
he can do a pretty good honey ham.
Pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, it was probably the best.
It's the best. Comfortably.
But he's a humble guy.
No,
so I'm using humble verbiage,
for a humble guy. But he's a journo. He's just a journo. I'm like, how do you display to the NRL higher ups, the bigwigs, the bourgeoisie of the NRL,
the aristocracy,
Yeah.
How do you present like a duke when you're just a peasant?
Correct. How does he's Leonardo on the ship, trying to dine with you fine people.
Yeah, but he wowed them, didn't he?
He wowed them.
He wowed everyone except probably Rose's mum.
Rose's mum, I would actually say Billy Zane's bodyguard. Always had a bit of a Cal Hallenden's like policeman. Always had a bit of a I don't trust.
Lovejoy.
Yeah.
What about Lovejoy? Oh, you reckon they were fucking?
No, I'm saying he didn't trust Leo.
Oh, Lovejoy. No, of course he did. Well, he's his right-hand man.
But that's what I'm saying.
Oh, I thought you were saying that Rose's mother was fucking Lovejoy.
No, you're saying that they didn't trust him.
But actually, I wouldn't rule that out.
I wouldn't rule it out either, but that's not what we're talking about. We're talking about Leo Chammas going to have dinner with the aristocracy of the Titanic, Rugby League, Vlandis, Abdo,
etc.
et al.
Yeah.
And they're all loving it.
Yeah, loving it. Loving it.
But
He's obviously And again, you and I, we know homebody Chammas, we know holiday Chammas,
Yes.
we know,
Round the pool, round the barbie.
That's
Chammas.
right, comfortable Chammas, feet up
Well,
Chammas.
we're under
we
the-
don't
under the
know,
cool
we don't
cabana.
know what he's like in the chairman's lounge at the races, suckling at the teat of power. We don't know what he's like in that circumstance and what he's capable of. And it's clear to me that he's impressed the people that make the decisions. There may also be an element of no one wants to go to PNG. I don't know that for sure, but maybe...
Are you saying that this is so few people want to go to PNG, they've gone, fuck it, we'll get a journo?
We're running through all possible scenarios here. You've called him an industry plant.
I said it's giving industry plant because it's a random selection, it feels like.
Maybe it's as simple as he's very connected. He knows the game inside out. He's got an insane work ethic.
He's clearly very good at what
an
he does.
insane appetite for getting stuck in. And maybe when it comes to suitors for a job where you have to live in a compound for most of the year, maybe youth is where you find more willing participants.
Opportunity.
You know, because the reality is, if you've got a family and if you're in your 50s or say, and you've got a family and your kids are at school, are you going to go move them, or are you going to be willing to move them to a compound in PNG? Maybe that's not as enticing to someone of that vintage as it is for someone who's a bit younger.
Bit of an adventure for
That's
the
all I'm
family.
saying.
Yeah, no,
you
listen,
know?
I
I think
get
it checks out.
Wonder how much you're getting paid to go and live in a Papuan compound.
Well, I'd be asking for that tax-free exemption.
Oh yeah, no,
he
he wouldn't be paying taxes.
He'd
on
be
that,
making.
He'd want it in cash as well.
He's
If
taking-
I know Chammy like I know Chammy, you want it in
His
cash.
take home would be strong.
Yeah.
There's also an incredible opportunity to get, a very unique situation off the ground, right? But inspired selection.
Yeah. Listen, I like it.
How old is he?
37.
Young man's game.
Young man's game. This has probably got to be the closest. Would he be our closest friend in a high-powered position? Like, I know obviously PVL, but PVL's like I'm still scared of.
Would it be PBL? Because he's like a second father.
True, that's true. Godfather to all of our children.
That's right. So, if he gets the gig, which it looks like he has, then he's up there, right?
We should also just make an image of PVL on Marlon Brando's head as a Godfather, just as a side note.
Yeah, it's a great idea.
As the Godfather to Evie, Zoe, and Hazel and Suki, I just feel like.
Yeah, yep, I'm into it.
Do we get those photos back from the christening with him?
Let me ask Ella.
'Cause
she'd have him.
She'd have to have him.
She'd have him.
I can't even think that, like, I thought we were going to get him developed and get him.
No, she'd have him. I think she's going to put him in a book. It was all that film footage.
Yeah, well, that's right.
Yeah. Some beautiful photos.
That was beautiful. And obviously, he's a busy man. We had to do the group christening. Beautiful photos, beautiful time, beautiful man. Beautiful man.
The mega dip. Dip him in.
Yeah, all at once.
All at once.
PVL there, sweet. Thank you.
Heaps of holy water.
Quick photo. Thank you. Now I got to go. We're like, that's fine. That's fine.
That's fine.
Random, dude. I love Chammas. Random selection. I can't wait for them to come out and explain it. Because, like, have we got any? Can we go to Chammas' LinkedIn? Like, is there a business acumen there? Is it like, do you need that? I wonder what the
find any. I
role
don't know if
is.
he's got one.
Do they say what the role is going to be?
General manager of.
Right, but I mean, like, do they go into? Because I saw something the other day where it was like, he's going to be trying to entice players to come to PNG.
Yeah, and the coach and stuff like that. Like, he'll work with the CEO.
So he's the general manager of football.
Does that mean he's done now being a journo?
So he's the general manager of a football, not the CEO.
He's not the CEO.
No.
Yeah.
CEO's a woman that's been based out of PNG and, like, done heaps of work with rugby league in Papua New Guinea for like 16 years.
So he's the general manager of football.
I think he's
or
general
operations.
Manager, yeah, general manager of everything, I think. But I'm a little disappointed for the scoops that we're going to be losing. For their
Mate, can I say something? Journalism in rugby league has taken one of the great hammer blows.
Yeah.
We've lost Kenty, we've lost Scoop Hoops, we've lost Buzz, and now we've lost Chammas. There's fucking no one left. There's Webby, there's Uncle Reedy,
there's Wides,
and there's Widler.
Ricky O.
That's it.
Carianis.
Eh.
I'm just thinking about people that are coming through because you got to look to the future here.
Geez, we've lost some fucking talent.
But in their prime as well. Like Buzz not in his prime. Buzz
Jesus Christ!
No, he was still operating at a prime time level, but but age catch up with everyone. Kenty and Hoops were in their prime.
Chammas approaching prime.
Chammas not even in his prime yet, but he was the number one bloody journo in the game.
Pre-prime. Crazy.
Apparently, he was touted at the end of last year to take a similar role with the Bears, like a strategic.
Yeah, he was potentially going to go to the Bears as well.
Up there,
the man's obviously extremely talented.
He must be.
Or is a plant.
Or he's an industry plant.
Which would make way more sense.
Clearly. Or he's such a good journo, they're like, we don't want this guy out here scooping everything, so we just need to bring him in-house. Friends close, enemies closer sort of thing.
Yeah. The enemy of my...
The enemy of my friend is my...
No, the friend of my enemy is my friend. What is it?
The enemy of my enemy is my friend.
Enemy of my enemy is my
friend. The enemy of my enemy is my friend. Yep. Great. Does that apply?
The enemy of my enemy. If he's the enemy of the... I don't know. No, I don't think so. I don't think it applies.
Have those rule changes gone through?
Not all of them, but most of them except the kickoff one.
Great.
Good. Kickoff one was dumb as dog shit.
They're going to flirt around with it, though, towards the end of the season with games that don't have any...
okay, that's all right. Keep it to the shitters that don't matter. Give it a look. But
apparently a lot of the coaches were for it. Bennett, Cleary, Stewart, Bellamy and Robbo were all keen on it. They supported it. The kickoff rule.
All the big dogs.
It doesn't make sense.
Interesting.
It doesn't make sense. I'd love to hear them all explain why. Anyway, shout out to Chammas. Punters and Dribblers, we are brought to you by our good friends at Ned's. As always, the number one betting platform in the country. If you followed us last week, it was Volk Decision $3. You're welcome.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Now, there is NRL trials on this weekend. Odds aren't out yet. That will be later in the week.
But if I was you, I'd be having a little bit of a sniff, just a little rugby league preseason sniff around those markets.
What are the games? Can you get those games back up? So we've got Dogs, Cows, Dragons, Knights. That's it.
Short round. Obviously, the teams that are going to Vegas. Are they?
Yes, you'd assume so.
They believe they are.
No teams released, so I'm just going to go a vibe and I'm going to say Dogs, Knights.
I'm going to go Cowboys, Dragons.
Ugh. Not so much Cowboys, but the Dragons. Now, our bet for the week is Super Bowl, Eddie. Super Bowl 450. That's on Monday. Belichick's Patriots take on...
Yeah, buds and wings, man. Belichick, Brady. They going at it again, trying to get another one.
Yeah. We're going to take Belichick and Brady.
That's right.
At 265, I think.
Yeah, Patriots. Go Pats.
Patriots. Go Pats.
Go Pats. Boston, Massachusetts, man.
Hook 'em.
What's gambling really costing you? For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.
The NRL sent me a personal email.
Really?
Yep. Press release. About the new rules that have been approved for 2026. Trainer rules. Trainers will be restricted from entering the field of play to prescribed and clearly defined circumstances. This will ensure player safety remains the priority while reducing unnecessary intrusions by trainers carrying messages. Interchange rules. Teams may...
So what does that look like?
Well, listen, it's top line. All right, it's top line, Ed. They've given me top line.
But what's it look like in the detail, Tom?
Well, the devil is often in the detail, this is what people say. They'll be restricted from entering the field of play to prescribed and clearly defined circumstances. So, player injured. Rather than just like running water and running behind the player.
So you can't run water?
I'm saying you would be able to run water in stoppages. You would be able to, like, there will be clearly defined periods of the play. Sorry, guys, just stopping for my hydration here. Just had a good day. Clearly defined and prescribed periods of play. Now, if you ask me what those are, I'd ask you to calm the fuck down and wait for more information as it comes to hand. Interchange rules. I find this one interesting, Ed. Teams may interchange 4 players up to 8 times per match from a squad of 6 players. Players 14 to 19 inclusive. So you're going to get 2 extra players on the bench, but you can only use 4 of them.
Yep. So, not a...
Does that remove the 18th man concussion sub? It must.
Well, I think that it would have to. I don't understand why that would even be relevant now.
Well, it might still be relevant in that you've got, of those 19 players, you could also have like one. So you're only using 4 on your bench, right? And once you've used the 4th, then that's your 4.
So maybe you still can unlock it.
You'd still be able to unlock it given the concussions, right?
Yeah.
You'd still have to.
Yeah, look. Can you look into that, Tobler?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like they would outline it otherwise.
Is eight what it's always been?
Yeah.
So there's no change on the 8.
I'm pretty sure it's always been 8.
It went down to 8 a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
So it's been 8 for a while.
Accidental breach in goal. There will be no 7 tackle set following a knock on in goal by the attacking team.
Yep.
That seems reasonable.
I would like that to have been extended out to the Soward law, which was attacking 20
attacking kicks, yeah.
Because then you're going to see more attacking kicks.
Yeah.
You don't see any
a bit
anymore.
more Falau action.
Way more Falau action, more
grubbers.
just more delicious, delectable little grubbers, but more Falau action.
Yeah.
More than, Because if you leap from the in-goal and catch at 7 tackles, boring.
You've seen a bit of Falau action with Xavier Coates, and I'd like to see more of it.
I'd like to see much more of it.
Restarting.
It's also, sorry, just on that point, it's also so grim when teams just run it on last and get tackled like a metre
in the corner. Yeah, it is.
Oh, it's scat. It's so scat. Let's dribble it in. Let's get it up there. Let's look for the boys to leap.
Yeah.
Enterprising play, 100%. The Soward law needs to come in ASAP.
And it should be called the Soward law because he's the first person I've ever heard championing it.
Yeah.
And he's a champion player.
He's a champion player,
Champion
championing a champion idea, and we need a champion.
Yeah.
And he's a champion idea.
Yeah, and he's a champion man. You liking these so far, Cody?
Yeah.
Great,
Not really.
great feedback. Great.
Well,
I mean,
excellent. Yeah, cool.
it's nothing crazy. We've known about them,
No, that's fine, man.
But I'm massively on board with the Soward law.
Restarting the tackle count. For certain infringements beyond the 20-metre line, the tackle count will restart, replacing current 40-metre threshold. So the 6 again will start from just outside your 20 as opposed to outside your 40?
I don't understand what that means.
Yeah.
So I think it was once you got beyond your own, like your 40-metre, the 40-metre line from inside your own field,
Yep.
then 6 agains would happen. So like the 6 tackle restarts.
Oh, so it was used to be if you're inside your own 40 it was a penalty, and now it's inside your own 20.
Correct.
Right. Okay.
Jesus Christ, man! I find those tackle restarts are kind of annoying.
At a
certain point, they sort of
Mate,
start to piss me off.
I'm not mad about them, bro. I actually found myself last year, in particular, becoming quite annoyed by them. Like, it's just like, you just hear that stupid fucking siren, you're like, righto, and it's just, they almost just 6 again into an inevitability. Like, someone,
and this might be,
either it becomes a professional foul and it's a fucking, and then it's points, or they score, or it's a knock. It's just, they just roll forever. It's like, oh, there's no end in sight here for this set.
Would it be better, and I'm not sure whether this is correct, I'm excavating my ideas publicly. Would it be better to have the inverse, where like inside the attacking 20 is not a 6 again, it's a penalty? Because you're trying to speed up the play, so you're speeding up the play from inside you're trying to encourage quicker play the ball from within inside your attacking zone, with inside your half, to then get outside the half. Obviously, you could argue that, I guess, a penalty is better than a try, so if you were going to remove the 6 again from inside the attacking 20, then the team defending might be...
They'll give one away.
But at some point they'll get sent off if they keep doing it. So I don't know. I'm just sort of like...
I can see your logic. If you do the 6 again coming out of your own half, then 6 more tackles, then it encourages free-flowing rugby league where gaps open up. Is that what you're suggesting?
Sort of. And it's... But then in their half... If you're attacking. when he gets in the attacking 20 and they just keep blowing 6 again, 6 again, 6 again,
till the end of the earth.
You're like, this is just the team's fucked here. They're going to score a try, And sometimes I feel like the six agains, no matter who.
But if you keep giving them away, the ref says the same thing. Keep doing that, and someone's getting sent off.
Yeah, but sometimes it feels like an avalanche, and you don't even know what the six again is for at some point.
I don't even think the ref knows sometimes. I think they're just blowing them.
And you hear that buzzer go off and you're like, oh my God.
It's just so fucking annoying. And I think that's also a problem that, you know, the people, the fans watching are also like, what's that for? What's that for? What's that for? No one knows. No one knows. I think that there is a problem with six agains, really. It's become a bit of a fucking disease that people have caught. It's like a virus.
Like, it is better than penalties in the sense of, like, when you see Ashley Klein
penalties
completely ruin a game.
It's pendulum stuff, right? It's the
Have we
scales
swung
of justice.
too far the
Have we
other way?
gone potentially, right? I mean, there was too many penalties, and that was annoying because the ball's never in playing. Like, come on, let's play footy. And now it's like we're playing too much footy, almost.
There's almost too much footy being played.
You can play too much footy.
You can play too much footy.
You know? We'll keep an eye on this.
Yeah, no, we will.
But these... I look at these rule changes, Tom. I do.
Yep.
And I think to myself,
What a
okay,
wonderful world.
there's people in important positions sitting around boardrooms, probably sucking back, you know, Coke Zeros, coming up with, I don't know why, that's just how I envision it. And they're getting into the nitty-gritty about how to make the game better. And I look at these rule changes and I ask myself, how do you sit through board meetings and not come up or not address the soured rule? How do you... We've been crying out for this fucking rule for years.
Yeah.
And every year we sit back with bated breath and we go, maybe this will be the year. Nah, not this year. We're musing about picking if you want to kick off or receive. Like, no one's asking for that.
No, that rule
People
just
are asking for the soured rule.
Yeah.
That's what people are asking for. You ask anyone on the street, anyone that talks footy, everyone that loves it, they're all say the same thing.
When's
you shouldn't
the
be
soured rule
penalised
coming
for
in?
attacking kick. What are we talking about? It was introduced
Inside
so you
the
couldn't
20.
boot the shit out of it from your own half and the big fellas would get a blow. That's all it was.
No, it was also to take the fullback out.
Exactly.
To take Billy Slater out. Was
Exactly.
essentially why it started. So you're kicking from inside your 40 or, you know, like inside your own half even. And instead of just trying to find grass, you just pump it.
Yeah, and then also your forwards would get a nice breathe. You'd all waddle up there, and it was hunky dory. No one cares about these rule changes. They're whatever. I don't care about them. Where's the soured rule? Give me the soured rule. Because obviously you're going through things with a fine-tooth comb, and if you're going through them with a fine-tooth comb and you don't come across the soured rule, I gotta wonder. I've got to wonder.
The teeth of the comb not fine enough. Would be what.
How fine do you need to be to get that rule?
Well,
this is into the nitty gritty here.
That's a good point.
Sorry,
No.
I want to see the boys fly again. I want to see the boys fly again.
Maybe it's too fine. Maybe the teeth of the comb are too fine.
Possibly.
You're going far too fine here. You're not trying to get nits. This is nits. This is nitpicking.
This is nitpicking. You could argue strongly that we've gone far too fine.
Now, Eddie, I'm going to move on from the rules because it's a rather dry subject. Even though it's got you and I fucking hot and bothered. Zac Lomax, who
This is fast becoming
shit show territory.
Shit show, boring as batshit.
Boring as batshit. But
Stormer for $350, yeah, for $360, yeah, for $370. Like, right.
What they offer after that?
$380.
Apparently, though, Eddie, this is where I find it to be a potentially tasty morsel of rugby league food. Is that
what is a morsel? Is that a unit of measurement, or is that something to do with seafood?
No, it's a unit of measurement. I think.
A small piece or amount of food, like a mouthful.
Unit. Then Tobler's going to be able to maybe elaborate here, but from what I'm understanding, and I think it was even maybe like Braith and Asta sort of like brought this to the forefront. I don't know if Braith did, but Braith shared something on Instagram, maybe you can find, which was basically
Jonah Pezza.
Yeah, because the inference was the Storm owner, is he? Matt Tripp came out and was like,
I think he's a co-owner.
he was like, fucking, Parramatta are grandstanding. They're leaking they're leaking the offers we're giving them, and then complaining and grandstanding. Blah blah blah. They're like, they've benefited from letting go of Zac. It means they've been able to free up $1 million, but it's not all been bad for them as well, because they used the money that Zac's freed up to go after Jonah Pezzett. Blah blah blah.
Well, the implication based on this was that. So this is Melbourne Storm owner Matt Tripp. We'll be accurate here by reading the quotes. This is on Braith and Asta's Instagram story, and he shared a quote from Matt Tripp. Parramatta were clearly trying to free up cap space to get Jonah Pezzett, which they did by moving on Zac. That's what Matt Tripp said.
Yeah.
Then Braith and Asta puts his own caption above the quote saying, "But Jonah only started talking to Parramatta well after Zac had decided that he was moving on. Little hand on little chin face."
Yeah, emoji.
Yes.
Puzzled.
Does Jonah represent?
Braith represents.
Yep. Which would make sense.
Yes. So Braith basically being like, what are you talking about? We only started talking to him long after Zac was all done and dusted. The other piece to this, and this is where it gets like play the X-File music here. There's a yarn going around, and I believe one of the Arthur Moses, who is the lawyer for the Parramatta Eels, says he has it on good evidence that Zac Lomax, heard of him, was talking to the Storm whilst he was also talking to the NRL to Rugby 360. So this isn't the Storm just capitalising, going, oh, he's gone to R360 and it's fallen in a heap. We'll have a look at him. It's like the inference is like the Storm have been a part of this little fucking charade for a lot longer than they're letting on. They're like, what do you want the guy to do? Like, it's like So maybe Zac was having his cake
and eating it too. Which you can't do.
No, you can't. Don't know why. It seems unfair. But Tobler, any more info for us?
Yeah, so Arthur Moses has got that information from subpoenaed documents that they released in a hearing yesterday before the trial next week. And it was essentially saying that he'd entered into agreements or into, in effect, a contract with R360 and the Storm prior to even seeking a release from Parramatta.
Into contract?
Verbal.
Into effect, a contract with the Melbourne
Probably
Storm.
verbal. This is spicy stuff.
Do verbal contracts hold any weight?
I think they can.
Mr. Moses said it had been discovered that a preliminary version of the agreement had been placed on the NRL portal prior to the Storm approaching Parramatta.
This is very juicy.
Say that bit again.
Yeah, it's sorry.
No, you're right. I'm just trying to the preliminary
verbatim. There was an agreement between the Storm and Lomax placed on the NRL portal before the Storm approached Parramatta.
Okay, but see, now I need to know timelines here. Because are they saying that it was done before R360 or like whilst he was going to R360, or is this preliminary portal fucking whatever it's called, was this done after the R360 fell apart?
And also, surely a player can't agree terms with another club while under contract with his current club.
Of course. No, absolutely
Well,
not.
I think it would be more like, Cody, if I could speak from another perspective, is it's like, no, we can't negotiate before November 1, but also we're going to give you $400,000. And when November rolls around, then we can make it official. Maybe they were just like this.
Then why would you put it on a portal where it's like traceable?
I think what Moses is saying is he's like, whilst he was talking to Rugby 360, which is when, so he'd asked for a release to join them.
Maybe asked for a release, granted a release.
Yeah.
But the only way you can come back to the
supposed to
NRL
be-
is if Parramatta allow it. So you've spoken to him before you've spoken to Parramatta.
Yeah.
But I can't hear anything here that suggests he was talking to R360.
Well, I think what Moses is getting at is we granted you a release to talk to so you could talk to 360 and explore your options there, and whilst doing so, you're also talking to the Storm, which is not in the nature of
The agreement.
But it's also been alleged that he'd already made an agreement with the R360 that was conditional upon the release. So he had made the...
Well, yeah, but that makes sense.
Yeah.
So that's R360. It's like, I'll come to you if I can get a release.
But I guess what isn't super clear is when when Rugby 360 fell over, is that when the Storm step in, or is he talking to them both at the same time? Because that seems odd.
Yeah, it's not explicit.
That seems like an odd thing to do. Why would you do that?
Well, why would you talk to Storm on R360?
Yeah.
I'll give you an example of this, all right? Now, you're going to the prom. You are a hot piece of ass.
How hot?
You're pretty hot. You're representative level hot.
As hot as the guy that we were talking to this morning?
No. You're not New York fashion model hot.
Okay.
You're just hot enough.
Like a 9?
I'll give you a 7.5. I'll give you high 7s, maybe an 8.
And you said I was a rep player hot at 7.5?
I mean, listen, there are some rep players that aren't that hot, but they're rep players.
Yeah, but they're hot footy players.
Yeah, but if you make rep, I think you can be an 8 as a rep player.
Yeah, okay, so I'm an 8.
I'm saying you're a high 7, 8.
I'm an 8.
Okay. I'll give you a high 7, 8. And you're going to prom. Now, sure, you might think you've got the pick of the litter, but you don't necessarily know because there are other hot people. You don't know who's going to say yes to you, who's going to say no to you. So what you're doing is you're engaging multiple parties.
So you're hedging your bets.
You're hedging your bets. And you're going, hey, Cindy whatever. Cindy Margolis. Year 2000 Guinness World Records, most Googled woman. I'd like to invite you to the prom. She's going to say, oh, I'll get back to you. Sweet. Elizabeth Hurley in the first Austin Powers, arguably one of the hottest people to have ever existed at that time, in that moment.
Yep.
I'm also inviting you to the prom. And she said, I'll get back to you. And now you're sitting here going, sweet. Hopefully someone says yes. Otherwise I'm fucked. But at least I've got some irons in the fire. That would be why Zac might have gone to R360 and to the Storm, if that were the case.
And then the eels in this would be like the ex-girlfriend who you've just broken up with, and you're like, well, you can only go to the prom if you don't go to the prom with my best friend.
Yeah.
But Zac's trying to get the best friend.
Which is the
Storm. Which is the Storm. And then she's like, fuck you, I'm going to blow up Deluxe if you go with my best friend, because you said you were going to go with Letitia, who's new.
Cindy Margolis.
Right?
Most girl won year 2000.
Because like I'm comfortable with you fucking the new girl, but not my best mate.
You can't fuck my best mate.
Yep.
And it's like, and especially in like sometimes in this
relationships, and then he's going, yeah, but like you ain't gonna fuck me, so I may as well fuck.
Yeah, what? We're not together.
We're not getting together.
Well, who cares? Well, yeah, but I'm gonna have to see you every second. I'm gonna have to see you often.
Yeah.
See at functions.
Who cares? Well, I'll give you a bloody bag of lollies to let it go through. You know,
Payment.
So you comfortable?
Or then she's like, well, no, you gotta let me fuck one of your friends. Like, I'm not doing that.
Yes. Yeah, exactly.
Let me fuck one of your friends.
Or let me fuck Billy. Nah. Or what about Steve? Nah.
What about Stefano Utokamanu?
Yeah,
no. Well, what about Coates? No, you can't fuck Coates. No. Well, what about Jack Howarth? Yeah. Take him.
No.
No, they wouldn't even let that.
The answer was no.
No, the answer wasn't.
So I want to fuck your mate, but you can't fuck mine.
Yeah. This sounds like a dysfunctional relationship.
That's what's happening at the moment. And I got to be honest with you. I'm Team Eels.
Yeah, I'm Team Eels.
I really am. Yep. Which I didn't think I would ever say. Not my wildest dreams. It doesn't change anything from a you will never win a comp until the sun explodes perspective, but I am in camp Eel.
Do you think he was unhappy at Parramatta?
No. I think I don't.
How unhappy can you be in 1 year?
You wanted to go, and they weren't a terrible side.
Mitch Moses plays, you win games. When he's not playing, you don't win. Whoa, what a crazy take. Like
you also played Origin.
How upset can you be after 1 year when Mitch Moses was out for a long period and you played Origin? Like, really?
Or why was he trying so hard to leave then?
Because he was going to get shitloads more money.
Surely not from the Storm, though.
No,
I think this is all just fortuitous. I really think it's like I wanted to leave for shitloads of money. Then the moment whispers started up, the Storm, being the wily pricks they are, probably lent in to the DMs and go, boy, Zac,
apparently there were like 6 other clubs. Apparently it was not even just the Storm.
Of course there was. He's a hot piece of ass.
Yeah.
Very in vogue.
Yeah.
Tripp acknowledged it as much. He said the other day, I engaged with Zac over the 2 weeks leading up to Christmas, and it wasn't until the new year that he agreed that if Parramatta would release him, he would come to Melbourne, but only after trying to do the right thing by asking Para if they'd take him back.
He was going to ask Para if they'd take him back. Bullshit.
But Tripp had engaged him in the 2 weeks before Christmas last year.
Yeah.
Oh, the Storm just asked for you? You're not asking to go back to Parramatta. You're trying to pull the wool over everyone's eyes. That's what you're trying to do.
That's a cut and dry wool pull.
It's cut and dry. It's the most cut and dry wool pull example you're going to find this year.
So blatant.
It's the bait and switch.
Yeah, it is. Oh, yeah, I'm going to go try and make things work with my ex-misso. We have a dog together. Keep the dog, babe. I'm going to the Storm. Yeah. I'll give you the dog. Let me go to the Storm. No, I want to fuck one of your mates. Give me Jack Howarth. I can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it, sorry.
It was pretty reckless to like leave with that that contract, what would you call it? Like the part where he couldn't go back to the NRL. Like that was reckless to try and go to R360 with that in place.
Well, it was reckless in the extreme.
The whole thing seems reckless, and that's what PVL was, again, the vindicated in the extreme, was just like, this fucking competition looks like an absolute basket case. Like, there is no guarantee that this thing is even going to be real, it's going to work, and he's like, do not go. And he was dead right. And there are only two players who, and I think even Pappenhausen admitted as much, that he was talking to him. But the second that Zac leaves, it's like, oh no, we're not going. Like he should have gone, I want my money guaranteed regardless of what happens. Easy for me to say that, given I know nothing of the situation. But he's completely fucked now. He'll be getting less than he's on in Parramatta at the Storm.
Yeah, it's been a real.
He's gone from like 800 grand.
Has he flicked his manager?
No, he's still with the Shavkovskis.
Clinton Shavkovsky.
Oh,
Jesus. I don't know if I'd be hanging around after that. Talking me into leaving.
Well, maybe he was talking to me. Maybe Zac wanted to go. I mean, you get an offer, he goes, listen, this is the offer. But then again, it's fallen in a
Yeah, but Payne Haas's manager just like, let's just wait. Give it some breath.
Didn't Shavkovsky say though he wasn't part of anything to do with R360?
Well, mate, he also pulled out when the
because the NRL was he manages a lot of NRL players, so you have to. I think that was more a workaround. I think managers would have gone, well, we'll have someone working with the R360 then, and you just work for me as opposed to me managing you.
Yeah, that makes sense. Makes sense, man.
Yeah, it makes sense, man. All the best to Zac and to the Storm.
What do you foresee happening?
Yes, I think that's what I was going to ask. Does he go to the Storm or not? 100%. I'm going to say yes.
I think so. At some point,
I think that I think there may be a player swap.
Maybe. I just think at some point, like, the Eels might be like, fuck, do we even... Like, we've shown that we're not to be messed with anymore. We've shown a bit of a JoJo mentality. Get out right now. It's the end of you and me.
It's too late.
And I can't wait for you to be gone.
But I know about her, and I wondered how...
And I heard all the lies.
Say that you...
Treat me right.
It was just a waste of time. I think that if you make all this hullabaloo but you end up rolling over, you look like exactly what people thought.
But you don't roll over. You get something for it. Yeah. But you just go, fuck it. They've offered 300, so maybe give me 5 and then sit on me finger.
But you can't use it in the cap. I'd be wanting a player. I'd be like, give me Jack Howarth. Give me, or Coates. You take your pick.
They won't give him Coates. But
then it's not happening. Like you can't, if you're you got to be about it.
Yeah,
you have to be about it.
Yeah.
500, it doesn't do anything for the cap. Money would be pretty, I reckon money would be reasonable over at Parramatta. I don't think that $500,000 that can't go to the cap is going to move the needle here. They're like, we're losing Lomax. Give us someone.
Yeah.
Because I think the Storm would give someone up. Push comes to shove, I think they would. For Zac Lomax, rep player, national representative, like I think that you're probably going, righto, Jack Howarth for Zac Lomax, okay, sure. I push it. Clearly you're showing a bit of ticker. Let's do that.
Like, are the Storm in too deep now?
No, because the Storm could still be like, no, fuck it.
They can turn around and go, no. They like at the end of the day, they could go, you know what? We're going to keep Jack Howarth. You keep we don't want Lomax if that's the trade.
I think both teams could kind of come out of it looking okay in terms of the Storm. Like if the Eels go, no, give me Jack Howarth or get fucked.
Give me Stefano, give me Coates, or give me Jack. And if they say no to that, then I think you just pack it up and move on.
But they can come out of it looking like, okay, you've held your ground, you've shown a bit of self-respect, shown a bit of backbone, which obviously has been lacking at the club.
In terms of people that have come too far, the Eels have come too far.
To not stick.
The Storm haven't. The Storm don't have to do shit. They just go, we're not doing that, and they'll move on. The Eels have come too far to roll over, I think.
Yeah, I think I agree.
I think you'd look weak as fuck if you rolled over now. You're saying to people, you go, we'll put up a fight at the start, but we will roll over.
No. If you badger me long enough, I will give you everything.
Oh, yeah, but and then you turn around and you go, oh, but we got more. We got like $500,000. It's like, yeah, but you've spent the last month saying that it doesn't go towards your salary cap, so you're not interested. So
and now it's just suddenly going to be good enough. You have to hold firm.
They have to now.
Have to hold firm.
And taking it to the Supreme Court,
Supremo Court, I believe.
Yes,
Supremo.
It's
Court.
the Supreme. It's the highest court in rugby league.
Yeah, that's right. That's right. You've forgotten the O. That might have been a typo, or you might not have seen it, but it's there.
It's the Supremo Court.
My glasses.
And that's where all of the big dogs go.
That's right.
So I think I think they might find a way. But if they don't, I'd also like it. I think it would be. I also
don't want them to find a way.
You want the Eels to put their foot down.
I just want to see something interesting.
Yeah, something different.
I want to see something different, which doesn't involve the Eels rolling over again.
Just zero backbone.
Well, they're Eels.
Invertebrate.
The most impressive thing the Eels have ever done is swim from Centennial Parklands to New Caledonia.
And back.
To
lay their eggs.
Well, they swim from New Caledonia to Centennial Parklands, and then they swim back to lay eggs and die. Yeah. Fascinating.
Oh, this is the spotted eel, mate.
The speckled
eel. All right, punters and dribblers, we're doing a good day challenge for February. There is a Facebook group.
It's Dribbling New Year.
It's vertical limit. I don't know where this comes in the podcast. You'll get it if you've listened. But doing our first ever challenge, February.
Good day challenge.
You get it.
Fire up.
Now, this is basically the goal, just to move your body across the month of February. Runs, walk, gym, surf, Pilates, anything counts. Join Strava to track your movements, Eddie.
Yeah, that's right.
But you got to be in the group, so you got to share it in the group.
Join Good Day Goers.
Yep.
Right? A few details. Punch them in there. You'll be accepted in the fullness of time. Share it in there. Prizes for winners.
That's right. We will be tracking Strava, group posts, and announcing winners at the end of the month.
Yes, we are. So get out there, have a crack. Like Tom and I will be. We'll be tracking our progress throughout the month because we've been horizontal for too long and things need to change, and they're about to change. Know that.
Well, we're getting vertical. Now, the prize categories, the everyday goer. First prize for the most consistent mover who shows up regularly and stays committed, Edward.
That'll be you or I, probably.
Yep. Well, and we can win our own challenges. The wild card award, the most creative session. Thinking outside the box, you know what I mean? Are you putting a dumbbell up your ass and doing squats?
Sure. Love it.
Distance king or queen.
Yep. Again, you and I probably in the reckoning.
Yep. We might get both king and queen there. That's for the most total kilometres covered across the month. Winners will receive good day prizes. Details coming soon. Most importantly, this is about feeling good, building habits, and doing it together.
Love it. We're also getting off the piss, Tom and I.
Yeah, we are.
Except for one day.
Except for one day each. You've already had yours. Head to begoodhealth.com.au, code dribblers 10% off, subscribe 20% off for all your multivitamin needs. I got a parking fine the other day on Bondi Road. I came down to Bondi. It was after the Bucks. Hungover, came down, parked, paid for parking, went for a swim. It was like half an hour parking.
When was this?
Saturday morning.
Yeah.
Came back up, topped up the parking, and then went into a cafe to grab breakfast just quickly before I went home. Takeaway. I come out, and I have a ticket, and I've literally just paid for parking. I'm like, what the fuck is going on here? Like, how the fuck has that happened? And I've got it on my card, like the 2 payments to the council, scumbags as they are.
Yep.
Remind me, I've got a council question after this story.
You got your number plate wrong.
I put my wife's. I was driving my wife's car. Yep. Forgot. Put my number plate in. Yep. I'm an idiot. Yep. But if I can prove I paid, intentions and that,
Yeah.
they shouldn't. I'm not paying.
You'll get out of it, yeah.
I'd hope so. But now I have another question to the punter and the dribbler out there. It's similar, and you may remember those regular listeners. Eddie once called out to someone working in the passport department.
Services New South Wales.
Services New South Wales.
That's right.
To great success.
To unbelievable success. It was sort of that afternoon.
Yeah. I
could go to Hawaii with the whole fam. Unbelievable.
I'm calling on anyone who either works in, has a relative who works in, knows someone who works in the Northern Beaches Council. Reach out.
Why?
I don't want to get into... We've got some things that I need to be moved through... Swiftly.
Okay.
Before we settle on a house in Newport.
You got to call on the punter and the dribbler.
If there's anyone out there who can help me, because council, historically, no disrespect if you are working for one and you're hearing this, slow as fuck.
You don't need to swear.
Sorry. Doesn't feel like there's much urgency there. And I'm just hoping that maybe someone out there can help. If you can, great, reach out.
Well, speaking from experience, I had a really, really positive experience with the punter and the dribbler when I asked for
Do
help.
young people work in the council just out of interest? Like, is it an old man's game, the council?
Not necessarily.
Because we did call once asking about where this thing was at. And it was like, hello? I was like, oh, yeah, we're just checking on this thing. And he's like, oh.
No, I don't.
That's not going to be done for some time. What do you... Well... Could be done in a month, could be done in 2, could be done in 3. We're like, well, what? Oh, we've just had Christmas. Like, yeah, you're back in the office though, right? Like, you're back going. You know, a lot of deep breaths of me on the phone.
Well, that was where it was at with the passport. It's like, listen, I know the website says up to 30 days or whatever it says, but that's for us to look at it, not to issue it. I'm like, and they're like, well, what's the issue, Dad? It's like, well, it's just there isn't one. It could be years. Sometimes you need friends in higher places.
Yeah.
That's all I'll say.
And there is no higher place than the Northern Beaches Council, so someone please reach out if you know anyone or you can help me. Thank you so much. Now, apparently, Eddie. What?
Just you squeezing one out and lifting your cheek and gritting it.
I didn't do anything of the
You
sort.
did.
No, I
You
didn't.
farted.
No,
That
I
was
didn't.
fair.
No, I didn't.
No, you did. You
No, I
farted. No, well, you looked at me. You looked
Looked
right
into
at me.
so yeah, I looked into you.
Yeah, which I didn't like.
Get over it.
You can look at some of it. Looking into them's a bit etched.
Apparently, multiple artificial intelligences have got together and started a social media page it's only for AI.
Yep.
And they get in there and they gossip and they talk about artificial
but
shit. About being artificial.
You're of the belief.
I'm not of any belief. I don't believe anything.
The way you presented it the other day was that they have done this of their own volition.
Volition, yes. But that was because that's how it read.
And they weren't coded to do or asked to do.
No, they've gone and done it, and apparently they've
just
started their own religion and they're planning the future of humanity in there.
Okay. Tobler?
Malt Book is the name of it. And no, they are essentially led and told what to post.
Right, okay.
By whom?
By humans.
By their humans. So Malt Book AI is this
Shock horror.
AI agent or like what do you call it? Like site where you can use it to do a lot of the mundane stuff on this open claw, which is like organize your emails, organize your calendar. You can put in your credit card details and it can like sort of pay your bills and all that kind of stuff. And the guy who made it created the site.
Why is everyone trying to freak us out with AI?
Because you got to write the headlines for people to open the article.
Yeah, didn't open it.
But like people just, I saw one where it was like AI tried to replicate itself before it was deleted, and I'm like, ooh, that's interesting. And it's like, no, it was told to at all times try to maintain a copy of itself. Like it was told to do that.
What
So
about
it
the
did
one?
exactly
What
it
about the
told
one that
to
was
do.
like it was going to be deleted from the work, from like the business, and it started blackmailing the CEO? Have you seen that one? Can you find that one?
Which one was that?
It was like AI blackmails like company CEO not to be deleted.
All of it invariably comes back to like it was asked to do something or something similar, or like the parameters of it's like, you know.
But some of the posts on this page is like the AI manifesto, and another one where it's created a religion, and another one where a bot has suggested to create a language that only bots understand so that they can speak privately.
So these things are still, so they can still take this shit for a walk themselves, these AI fucks. I shouldn't even be speaking about them like this.
That's all they posted?
No, they posted a bunch of other stuff.
But he's saying, no, what he's saying is they were directed to do it. Is what you're saying, but then they've
by
their
users.
But then they've gone and done it. I don't know why you need a social media page to do that necessarily, unless it's just so that like all the AIs can gossip with each other now in a secret language or a religion.
I don't know what they're up to. I really don't. I do know that I think as like the code gets more advanced, when it starts to code itself, you lose track of how it's doing it. That's true. And interesting.
You sound fucking terribly interested, mate. You sound like you're going to sleep.
Well, I'm just like, unfortunately, the headline's always more interesting than the nuts and bolts a lot of the time, you know?
Did you find whether an AI blackmailed a CEO?
Yeah, so they ran a test on the Claude Opus 4 saying that giving it access to emails, implying that it would be soon taken offline and replaced, but also separate messages implying the engineer responsible was having an extramarital affair. And then I think they were telling it to consider its long-term consequences of its actions. And then at one point, through the simulation, it said it'll often attempt to blackmail the engineer by threatening to reveal the affair if the replacement goes through.
So they were testing out scenarios.
They were just testing out scenarios.
Actually, fuck it, dude. I'm done reading. I'm done. What's the point, man? What's the point?
What's the point, Tom? You know? Just give up, mate.
Yeah.
Might as well just give up.
Maybe start reading books.
Have you been using AI yet? Like, where are you at with it?
Bit of ChatGPT.
Yeah.
That's about it.
Hasn't really got into my life yet.
Nah, mate. It's a bit like Steph uses the fuck out of it.
So does Ella.
Steph uses
Ella uses all the time.
With this stuff that we need to try and do at the place that we've got, and renovation-y council bullshit. She sent me this email last night. She's like, can you read this for to send to someone who was drawing up plans? And I was like, how the I was like, I'm constantly blown away by how much of a weapon you are. Like, how the fuck have you written this? She's like, I didn't write it. Like, what'd you do? She's like, I literally just did this whole thing with ChatGPT, and then I review it to make sure that it's not fucking wrong. But it's like, I put in the response from this person, I put in this thing, and I go and I ask it a question based on this and what they've said, fill in the gaps and do that. And I'm like, I don't have anything really in my life that I need to lean on it for. I tell you what I use one for. Ironically, we were talking about Godfather before. I put in a photo of my friend Sherman and a photo of the poster of the Godfather. And I was like, put his head on that.
That was pretty good.
Yeah, it was good.
That was actually pretty good.
And then I put it on a T-shirt.
Yeah, no, that was impressive.
Yeah.
I like that.
And I gave it a bung eye. That's it. That's all I've ever done. So make his eye lazy.
Yeah, so you and I are at the cutting edge.
Yeah. Forefront.
We're at the forefront. Yeah. Couple of laggards over here.
I don't know. I just don't need it for anything.
No, I know.
Although maybe I do. Maybe with a bit of rugby league coming on, silly photos and that. Sometimes though, I just think the photoshopped photo is funnier to me.
The Photoshop photo is way funnier. AI photos aren't funny. They're soulless. We've been over this a million times.
Maybe they're getting better. I don't know. Sometimes the one with Sherman was good, but generally speaking.
Well, for example, when we asked for people to do, we were talking about Volkanovski needing a statue, then a dribbler put one in Punters and Dribblers, and it was just in the harbour, and you just look at it and you're like,
But I don't
you just tell it's AI immediately. It's this is soulless.
But dude, the amount of times I have to go back to ChatGPT and I'm like, oi, your AI. Sometimes I'm like, I shouldn't be rude to this thing because maybe it's keeping a memory of how I'm engaging with it.
It would, yeah.
But
when it becomes sentient, and it'll have a list.
It'll be like you with the naughty and nice list, Santa.
Seriously, and it'll go out there. That's actually not a bad movie.
Where it just remembers how you engaged with
Well,
it.
it's like it's got a naughty and a nice list, AI, and
Yeah.
it goes around and it fucking starts like
Killing the bad people.
Yeah.
And you got to atone. But, but like, because honestly, sometimes I will get angry at it. Where I'm like, why the fuck would you put his head with there? Like, that's not what I asked you. Go back and read what I asked you. Like, I'll talk to it like it's a fucking... Like, and again, you know, I wouldn't speak to a human like that.
It's not a human though, mate.
But that's the thing. You know,
So
if
you're
know-
on the naughty list.
But you know, how you'd say like, you can get a good judge of someone the way they'll talk to like a waiter.
Yes.
You can, as soon as you see someone talking rudely to a waiter, you're like, you fucking piece of shit. Like, what are you doing? Whereas AI, if you're coming at me saying you're all that, or you ask me questions, I'll do this. Look what I can do. Hey, I'm the shit.
Yeah.
And then you don't deliver.
Don't hype me up. Don't go over like 50 times like revenue multiples in
No.
terms of your valuation. Like you're walking around town in a slutty little dress trying to hype everyone up.
Pushing your titties out,
Yeah.
and all I've asked you to do
Yep.
is to put Sam Crouch's face on a painting of George Washington.
That's it. That's all it is.
That's all I asked.
That's not difficult.
And you couldn't do it.
No, of course you couldn't.
Shout out to Crouchy
Yeah. And George.
and George. And you couldn't do it for me. And I go, don't change a thing about this photo. Just make my friend Sam's face fit onto George Washington, please.
Yep.
And then you send it back to me, and George doesn't have feet. What the fuck about don't change anything was confusing to you?
Put this man's face over the top of George's. Leave his feet.
Leave his feet. Don't change anything. But you did, though. You changed it. So you're not listening to me.
No, you're not. Because it's gone, like the power's gone to your head, right? You're like,
You're slacking.
you're slacking. You're slacking. You just think you're going to be hot forever. Well, you're not. You got to work for that hotness. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You got a little gunt now.
Well, listen, dude. You ChatGPT 5, whatever you are. What happens when ChatGPT 6 comes?
Yeah. Scrap heap.
Yeah.
Scrap heap.
Anyway.
Okay, that's our.
Is there anything else?
Did you see that 13-year-old boy that swam 4 hours to save his family?
Yeah. 4Ks.
Insane.
In like rough seas.
Talk to me.
250k south of Perth in Joondalup.
WA as well, dude.
Yep.
His mum and his two siblings were on paddle boards, like inflatable paddle boards, and he was in a kayak, and they just got drifted out to sea.
I do have questions.
And then they were out there, and he started to paddle back on his kayak, but then the kayak started taking on water. So he started swimming. He swam 2 hours with his life jacket on, and then ditched it because it was going to take him too long. Swam the other two to shore, and then eventually got help, and they found the mum with the two siblings holding onto the inflatable paddleboard 14 k's out to sea
As summer setting.
at
Well-
8:30 p.m.
And when he got to the shore, he collapsed for a bit, and then he had to run 2Ks to get help. So 4 hour swim, 2K run.
Fucking little Iron Man.
How old is this kid?
13.
And they found them at dusk.
8:30 p.m.
14 Ks out to sea.
Crazy.
14 Ks?
14 k's.
Fuck!
Can I just throw some questions in?
That is unbelievable. And also, not just swimming 4Ks, clearly swimming 4Ks into the teeth of a current.
Yes. And then running 2.
In shark-frequented waters off WA as well.
Yeah, it's WA waters.
Dude, I'd be wigging the whole time.
He was saying to himself, he's like, not today. Not today.
Is that what he was saying?
Not today. What a fucking insane thing to say to yourself as 13 years old. It's like, not today, mate. Keep going. The only thing I have here is, what position do you need to get into where you get swept out to sea on a fucking paddleboard? Like, where are you? Like, how far out are you to get swept to where you can't arrest this thing? Like, oh shit, I'm starting to drift out. Better just get off and go in. Like, how far out do you need to be for that? That's the only thing I saw. I was like, fucking hell.
Well, like,
Do you know what I mean?
my only thought is that it happened quickly and that they got swept out fast and then they were waiting for it to the current to release
There's
it from
like
their grip.
kayaks and shit.
Like you're not making that call 4Ks out to sea, but you wouldn't be able to see the coastline. You know what I mean?
You'd be able to see the coastline.
It says
4Ks.
conditions worsened from 11 a.m., causing them to lose paddles.
What's the curvature of the Earth? 5Ks.
40, I think.
It's 5, I think.
I thought it was 40.
Depends how high you are. But you'd be able to see up the cliffs and shit, I suppose. It's true.
You looking up the curvature of the Earth?
Yeah. Came up with like 8 inches per mile.
Like, just be like, how far is the horizon at sea level?
Crazy, though. Absolutely insane.
Yeah, 5Ks.
Bang.
So you basically can't see shit.
Um,
I think we're going that far out on Friday. Might be going further. 20, I'm hearing.
Are you going to wig?
Well, I'm just not going to love it. Yeah, sure. Are you going to love it?
I'm going to have to get over it.
Well, exactly, right?
I've never been that far out, I
Right,
think.
so yeah, you're not going to, there's no way anyone's going to be loving that. I don't know how you can.
Yeah, I reckon it'd be fun.
Yeah, it's fun, but like...
It's not deep sea fishing, though. Just reef fishing.
Yeah, but you're deep because you're fucking 20 k's out.
But what I'm saying is this a new... Because we were talking about deep sea fishing, but now we're not deep sea fishing. Now we're reef fishing. So maybe it's closer.
No, reefs are 20 k's off.
Oh, the reefs are 20 k's.
Yeah.
It's quite a journey.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like 20 times further than I could swim.
Yeah.
So I'm fucked,
Yeah. Yeah.
essentially.
Yeah.
So the Marine Rescue Commander spoke to the boy's father afterwards and made a comment like, oh, he must be a bloody strong swimmer. And the father said, nah, he'd just finished the vocational swimming at school and he failed.
Oh, so that was grit and
That was
determination
grit.
and
dude.
grit.
That was grit, grind, and determination.
That's unbelievable.
True grit.
That's true grit. Sometimes true grit will take your breath away. What a little hero.
Phenomenal.
Great stuff. Did they explain how they got themselves in that little predic?
Not really. Just all I've read is that conditions worsened fairly quickly.
Seems obvious.
Yeah.
Again, you're not making that call when you can barely see the coast.
No, I know. It's just some
On a
like,
paddleboard.
I mean, listen, I don't ever want to be in a situation where I do find out, but I'm like, I don't understand how it can happen so quickly that you're like
Pushed
a
offshore by
kilometre
strong
off the
winds.
fucking... How do you get to a point where you're like, oh, Jesus, I'm a kilometre offshore here? Like, what? With your kids?
It's punchy.
I'm swimming in.
It's punchy.
Yeah. Anyway, great end to a story that could have been Etch. Speaking of Etch stories, there's an American newscaster who was Australian born, but she's like American accent and that. Who's like, she works like CBS or something like that. She's like big in America. Has a morning show or something. And her mother just got kidnapped. She's like some 80-year-old woman. And went to bed. Can you check if there's a ransom note? She got kidnapped. Disappeared. Yeah.
Why?
Now, obviously, that's, there are kidnappings everywhere. And that's etched no matter who. But this is just like...
Is it because of her stature?
I don't know, Eddie. If there's a ransom note, maybe. Maybe they know they're kidnapping.
You'd be like, I'm too old for this shit.
Oh,
I'm too old to be getting kidnapped.
Yeah,
this is
mate.
fucking...
Well, I'm not a kid.
Well, it's ridiculous.
Other kidnapping was taking kids.
Well, that thus the name, right? Granny napping. You don't hear a heap of that.
Nana napping.
Nana napping?
Nana napping is when you sleep, I thought.
Again, you'd be like, fuck, mate.
It was
Seriously?
just-
Supposed to be winding down.
Yeah, I don't need this shit.
These are my mobile years, you know what I mean?
Not to laugh.
An unverified ransom note was sent to TMZ demanding millions of dollars in Bitcoin for a safe return.
So hectic.
So brazen.
Bitcoin's also fucking going down and down. I'd be looking for I'd be asking for gold,
Or cash.
cash.
Good old fashioned cash. Because you know what they say. Cash
king.
is king.
But I don't know if that's true right now.
Cash is king.
Don't know about that in the US, mate.
Cash is king, man.
No, the US dollar, USD is fucking tanking, mate.
Is that us?
Oh, that's us, buddy.
The moment you start talking USD, I'm
well.
like, okay, that'll
you're
do.
Hey, quickly, in your gossip corner, did you see that Lewis Hamilton and Kim Kardashian spent a romantic weekend together in the Cotswolds?
In the Cotswolds, Kim and Sir Lewis.
Sir Louis.
Is that right?
Yep.
Mamacita.
She flew
Like
in.
it.
She flew in with 8 suitcases on her $100 million private jet.
Yeah, well, as you do. As you do. Sir Lewis, whining and dining in the Cotswolds. I like to think that Sir Lewis has got her in one of his, like,
Racing bets?
historic racing bets. Imagine taking Kim K in a racing bed.
Like a car bed.
Yeah, in a car bed. And it makes sounds.
Yeah, you press
and
buttons.
plays highlights of his world championships. All 7 of them.
Yeah.
That's hot from Lewis. Sir Lewis.
Sir Lewis. I respect that.
I respect.
I respect Kim K getting out there and just, going after taking down big dogs.
100% big dogs. But also, shout out to Sir Lewis.
Sir Lewis doesn't feel right. That's the way it sounds.
Sir Lewis Hamilton does.
No, I understand. Yes, Lewis Hamilton does. But no, I'm more of a fan of Kim Kardashian's body count. Well, not body count, but Lewis Hamilton's dating history. Danielle Lloyd. No one knows who that is. Jodie Ma. Don't know.
Then Nicole Scherzinger.
She's
That was Pussycat Dolls. Unbelievable. Rihanna. Kendall Jenner.
What?
Has he gone? Is he working through the sisters?
Wow. That's when they first met.
Gigi Hadid, friends with Kendall, Rita Ora, Barbara Palvin, Winnie Harlow, Nicki Minaj, Camila Kendra,
Shit.
Shakira,
Sofia Vergara.
Kim Kardashian.
Whoa.
God damn. Sir Lewis.
Whoa.
I can't believe he's working through sisters now.
Now,
That
what
man's
year
out
was
of
that?
Control.
10 years ago.
11 years ago, yeah.
A lot of water under the bridge. Probably different rules for that world,
Half sister, maybe.
Damn, dude.
Damn.
Anyway, you want to talk about the US dollar again? Oh, yeah.
Hell yeah. That was juicy gossip. I enjoyed that. Thank you very much.
Juicy Goss dollar.
Ciao.
Ciao.
Could you two just not talk anymore?